Please give Eva and the Joslyn Singers a nice, warm Ranch Mirage Library welcome.
Thank you, Susan. It's so nice to be back here again. I don't know how many years we've done this. It's at least 5 or 6. You know, as you get older, you just don't remember when anything begins anymore. Okay, that's me. I have to go back and think, let's see, how long have I directed this group? And I don't even remember the year I started. Okay, so anyway, Eva Myers, director of the Joslyn Singers, and our wonderful accompanist, Karen Hathaway, and our announcer, he's not a prognosticator. He's a witty announcer, okay? Ken Savage.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, has a lot of nostalgia connected with it, and I know you'll notice that as we sing. One of the things that's mentioned is school days, dear old golden rule days, but it doesn't have the second line. It says reading and writing and arithmetic taught to the tune of a hickory stick. Do you remember when you could get a paddling in school? I only remember one time. It was the 5th grade. Irene ahead of me would lean forward to talk to her friend and would jiggle my desk. And finally, when she leaned forward, I put a thumbtack under her. And I got sent to the office for a memorable paddling, but it was worth it.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots as the winds of Barney and Lou. Dolls that will talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. School days, dear old golden rule days. Don't have to study, don't have to go. Look out the window, it's starting to snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well. The sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing up within your heart. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, Christmas tree. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. It's beginning to feel like Christmas within your heart.
Midwinter's Chill is for all of those who didn't come to California for the winter. Those of us who either live here or have come here for the winter, we're willing to brave earthquakes and wildfires in order to miss what they're going through back east. My niece in Birmingham had 6 inches of snow. Would you believe? It's the time to be here. Midwinter chill is for them.
Frozen lakes, frozen streams, frozen sky, or so it seems. All the world so cold and still hides in slumber from the chill. But I withhold in quiet wait and look upon midwinter's fate, knowing, trusting it will end. Life returns, begins I see branches bare and gray, stretched to search these clouds of day, and is the crisp black veil of night for one brief touch once more. Night, from the stream lies down and round, waiting for the snowlands to camouflage, and leave no trace, leave no trace, leave no trace of what's begun. A hardened face, but I withhold in quiet wait and look upon midwinter's fate, knowing, trusting it will end. Life returns, begins all the world cold and still hides in slumber from the
Santa Claus is coming to town tells us that we better watch out for Santa Claus. And I'm not sure if that we are to watch out in expectation or to be afraid of him. Because if he's checked up on everything we've done all year, I don't know if I want to meet him. But fortunately, this arrangement, the second middle part, will tell us about a Santa Claus that's more inviting than the one that we might just watch out for.
You better not pout. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's been naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Well, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. He's coming to town. So keep looking round every once in a while. Watch for a little fat man with a smile. His dimples are merry and he's kinda cute. With his shiny black hat and leather dancing boots. He has a beard that's as white as the snow. And his favorite expression is ho, ho, ho! So if you see him and his suit is red, please remember just what he said. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Gosh, oh gee, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is on his way. He's finished loading up his sleigh. And now he's coming to town. Watch out.
We think of Christmas colors as being red and green. And that's what we expect in Christmas decorations mostly. But if you're a person who has lost a loved one or cannot be the one you love, for you, Christmas might be blue. And so our next song is entitled Blue Christmas. Tom Rodman is the soloist.
I'm blue, so blue. I'm blue, I'm blue,
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you.
Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing if you're not here with me.
And when the blue blue Christmas, that's certain. And when that blue heartache starts hurting,
You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of light.
but I'll have a blue, blue Christmas.
I'm blue, I'm blue, I'll be so
And now an Irish Christmas song, Christmas in Killarney. But I think there's some confusion in this song. It does say that Santa Claus is one of our boys. I think they have confused St. Nicholas for St. Patrick. But you know the difference, because if that were true, then Santa would be wearing a green suit and not a red one. But let the Irish have what they think. Christmas in Killarney.
The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. It's Christmas in Killarney with all the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call. And Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. How grand it feels to click your heels and join in the fun of the jinks and rings. I'm handing you a Barney, the life you never know you've known. It's Christmas in Killarney with all the folks at home. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call. And Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. How grand it feels to click your heels and join in the fun of the jinks and grills. I'm handing you no Barney, the lights you never know you've known. It's Christmas in Killarney, Christmas in Killarney, Christmas in Killarney. And all the folks at home.
We sometimes refer to the holiday season because it includes holidays, not just Christmas, but we recognize that Hanukkah is about the same time each year. Not on an exact date because it's a lunar calendar, but Hanukkah is a celebration of the rededication of the temple in 165 BC after its dedication, after its desecration. And the story is that there was only enough holy dedicated oil for one night for the rededication, and it should have lasted for 8 nights, but as a miracle, it lasted for all 8 nights. And Hanukkah, as the Feast of Lights, is celebrated by lighting another candle on the menorah each night of the 8 nights. So, and now, Hanukkah.
Light the candles on the table. Now that day is nearly gone. Thank the Lord for all his blessings. Have a happy Hanukkah, my son.
Now it's our time to sit down and rest and listen to you sing.
We're doing Deck the Halls. Now, as I tell my singers, when you get to the fa-la-la, please don't chew it. So I don't want to see fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la like this. It's called tip of tongue, tip of teeth. Okay, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. That's all you have to do and let the air do the rest. So I'm expecting some dancing fa-la-las from all of you.
The Night Before Christmas is a poem that was written by Clement Clark Moore back in 1822, and it was really for his family. But after it was published and circulated, it became the standard picture of what Santa Claus does on Christmas Eve, his job. And so The Night Before Christmas reminds us of that.
Stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
The children were nestled all snug in their wee little beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their wee little heads.
Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Wait a minute. Hold, get out of my way. Wait a minute. Eva, I don't know what you're doing. That was lovely, chorus. You were lovely. But Eva, in 1800s, that was wonderful. That's the way it was. It's not like that today. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'll tell you the real story. 'Twas the night before Christmas and Santa's a wreck. How to live in a world that's politically correct. His workers would no longer answer to elves. They called themselves, and labor conditions at the North Pole were alleged by the Union to stifle the soul. For reindeer had vanished without much propriety, released to the wilds by the Humane Society. And equal employment had made it quite clear that Santa had better not use just reindeer. So Dancer and Donner and Comet and Cupid replaced by 4 pigs. And you know that looks stupid. The runners were removed from his beautiful sleigh because ruts were deemed dangerous by the EPA. And millions of people were calling the cops when they heard sled noises upon their rooftops. Smoke from his pipe had his workers quite frightened, and his fur-trimmed red suit was called to show you the strangeness of today's ebbs and flows. Rudolph was suing over use of his nose. He went to Geraldo in front of the nation, demanding millions of dollars in workers' compensation. So half of the reindeer were gone, and his wife, who suddenly said, she joined a self-help group, packed and left in a whiz, demanding from now on. And as for gifts, he'd never had the notion that making a choice could cause such commotion. So nothing of leather and nothing of fur, which meant nothing for him and nothing for her. Now, nothing that clamored or made lots of noise, nothing for just girls and nothing for just boys, nothing that claimed to be gender specific, and nothing that's warlike or non-pacifistic. No candy or sweets, they are bad for the tooth. Nothing that seemed to embellish the truth. And fairy tales, while not yet forbidden, like Ken and Barbie, were better off hidden. For they raised the hackles of those psychological who claimed the only good gift was one ecological. No baseball, no football, someone might get hurt, besides playing sports, expose kids to dirt. Now, dolls were said to be sexist and should be passé, and Nintendo would rot your entire brain away. So Santa just stood there, disheveled, perplexed. He just couldn't figure out what to do next. He tried to be merry, he tried to be gay, but you must admit he was having a bad day. His sack was quite empty, it lay flat on the ground. Nothing fully acceptable was anywhere to be found. Something special was needed, a gift that he might give to us all, not angering the left or the right. A gift that would satisfy with no indecision each group of people in every religion, every race, every hue, everyone, everywhere. Even you. So here is that gift, its price beyond worth. May you and your loved ones enjoy peace on earth. Thank you.
Bill, this just came in.
What? Wait a
This
minute.
just came in.
I'm sorry. What? Oh my God, Eva. It's a news flash. Christmas was abruptly canceled today as 3 more elves and 2 reindeer came forward with allegations.
The chutzpah one who would interrupt our beautiful song would be none other than Bill Mueller. He's the one of our group that would do that. So. And now the Merry Christmas Polka, which is a fun song to sing. And it has in the song the experience of kissing under the mistletoe. I'm surprised that no one has used the mistletoe defense with all of the sexual harassment that's been going on. But that's probably only good until Christmas. But I expect someone will come up with that before it's over. We will be blessed by adding a fiddle and a fiddler to this number, which is Tim Koff. You will enjoy that.
They're tuning up the fiddles now, the fiddles now, the fiddles now. There's wine to warm the fiddles now, and set your heart a whirl. Round and round the room we go, the room we go, the room we go. Round and round the room we go.
We'll hear from Tim a bit later also. And now we'll be blessed by a solo by Constance Silva.
Now the year is ending, and we're homeward wending, gathering from near and far. Maybe this December we could all remember just how fortunate we are. Yes, Christmas time's a time for love, a time for us to share all the things that Santa brings for Christmas. Christmas with mistletoe and candle glow to lend a festive air. There's no mood like gratitude for Christmas. Christmas, blessed enough are we just to spend the season safe within the fold, not out there in the cold. While peace on earth, goodwill to all is still a dream sublime. Now's the time to fill the night with voices bright and strong. Say a prayer, then sing a song for Christmas, a song for Christmas.
For the last several years, Eva has written a song, both words and music, especially for this occasion, and she outdid herself this year with what might be a Christmas hymn. It's entitled Christmas Is. And as you hear the words, I believe you can say amen to this at the end. Christmas Is by Eva Myers. This Still Silent Night combines two German carols, Still, 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 with Silent Night, and puts them together for a lullaby. It's beautiful. And if we sing it well, I expect some of you to be lulled, to get drowsy. And if your neighbor starts nodding, give them a punch. We don't want them to fall out of their chair. But you will enjoy this beautiful lullaby.
Still, still.
I told you would hear from Tim again. He's more than just a fiddler. And now, an English traditional carol arranged by John Rutter. And it's We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And this adds something which maybe tells us that English carolers would go through the streets singing carols, hoping that they would get some treats given to them. And so, within this arrangement, they're asking for some figgy pudding. I was in England for a month and never heard of figgy pudding. And at one of our performances, I said, I don't even believe there is such a thing. And a man came up afterwards with his smartphone and showed me 2 recipes. So our demand for figgy pudding during this song, I hope you'll understand where we're coming from. I'm sure it's good.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy, 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 bring some out, bring some out. Tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For we all like figgy pudding. For we all like figgy pudding. For we all like figgy pudding. So bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we won't go until we got some. We won't go until we got some. And we won't go until we got some. So bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. 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 A Happy New Year.
I would like to, before we... Are you going to pass it around?
After all this beautiful singing and some wit, Christmas pudding.
Oh, my. I'm a believer. On behalf of the choir, I'd like to take this opportunity to express our appreciation for our director, Eva Myers. She is just a wonderful director we have. She is what we deeply appreciate. And of course, Karen Hathaway, our accompanist. Thank you so much.
We're so glad you turned out for us today. We get great joy from bringing other people joy through our singing. And if any of you is interested in joining our group, it is a commitment. Now, sometimes when we retire, we don't want any commitments. But anyway, we meet every Monday at the Joslyn Center from 9 to 11 in the morning. So if you can carry a pitch, that's all we ask. You don't even have to read music. So give us, call the Joslyn Center and they'll send you over to me. So if anyone's interested in joining our group, we start again for our spring season on January 8th at the Joslyn Center. Okay? All right. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, good health, and love each other. Thank you.